If you've ever tried intermittent fasting and felt dizzy, starving, or broken, I'm going to say this as clearly as possible. You didn't fail fasting. You followed the wrong protocol. Because intermittent fasting is not magic. It's not punishment. It's not an identity. It's a tool. And like any tool, if you use it wrong, you get hurt and then you blame the tool. So in this video, I'm going to give you the only beginner guide you need. What fasting actually does without the fake hype. The easiest schedules that work in real life. The Haitian reason beginners feel awful. A simple 1-4-day ramp-up plan. How to break your fast correctly. How to train while fasting. And a do this, avoid this protocol you can screenshot. And at the end, I'll give you a 1-minute checklist you can screenshot so you never guess again. Educational content only, not medical advice. If you have medical conditions, take medications, are pregnant, or have a history of eating disorders, do not fast without professional guidance. Protocols beat motivation every time. Now, let's make fasting simple. Intermittent fasting is not a special diet. It's just time-restricted eating. You choose a daily window to eat, and you spend the rest of the time not eating. That's it. The reason it works for many people is not because of magic hormones. It works because it helps you do 3 things. Reduce mindless snacking. Keep insulin lower for longer stretches. Make your appetite more predictable. If you do it correctly, you're not starving. You're teaching your body to tolerate time without constant input. If you do it wrong, you can feel shaky, irritable, cold, and overly focused on food. That's not fat loss. That's your body signaling stress. Most beginners hear 16 to 8 and jump in too aggressively. Then day 1 hits, and suddenly, your stomach screams. Your head feels foggy. Your mood gets short and reactive. You binge at the end of the day, and you conclude fasting just doesn't work for you. No, you just skip the adaptation phase. Your body needs time to shift from always eating to eating with structure. So, here's the rule. Beginners don't start with 16 to 8. Beginners ramp. You earn your fasting window. You don't force it. I've seen this pattern over and over. Someone jumps into 16 to 8 on day 1, feels dizzy by noon, powers through on coffee, then ends the day binging and blaming fasting. When they restart with a smaller window and electrolytes, it suddenly feels normal. When people start fasting, they often do this. Skip breakfast, drink coffee to survive, eat tiny lunch, then crash, then binge. But the real hidden problem is this. When insulin stays lower for longer, many people lose water and sodium faster at first. So you lose sodium, potassium, water, and that can make you feel dizzy, weak, headache, heart racing, anxious for no reason. Most beginners think they need more willpower. No, they need electrolytes and a smarter first meal. So if you remember one thing from this video, remember this. For many beginners, fasting without electrolytes is like driving without a fuel gauge. Let's keep it real. There are only 3 schedules that matter for beginners. Option A, 12-12. The training wheels. Eat within a 1-2 hour window. Example, 8 a.m., 8 p.m. If you currently snack at 10-12 p.m., 12-12 will change your life. Option B, 14-10, the sweet spot for most. Eat within 10 hours. Example, 10 a.m., 8 p.m. This is where most people start seeing appetite stability. Option C, 16-8, the classic, only after adaptation. Eat within 8 hours. Example, 12 p.m., 8 p.m. This can work great, but not if you use it as punishment. Important note, more fasting is not automatically better. If you do 18-6 but then binge, you're not doing fasting, you're doing chaos. Here's a simple 1-4-day ramp-up plan that works for most beginners. Days 1, 4, 12, 12. Stop eating 3 hours before bed. Drink water in the morning. If you want coffee, keep it plain. Focus on protein at your first meal. Goal: reduce late-night snacking. That alone often drops weight. Days 5-10, 14-10. Push breakfast later by 1-2 hours. Keep the last meal earlier. Add electrolytes if you feel weak. Goal: stabilize hunger and cravings. Days 11-14. Try 16-8, only if you feel good. If you feel fine on 14-10, test 16-8. If you feel terrible, go back to 14-10. That's not failure. That's intelligence. This is how adults do it. Test, observe, adjust. Let's clear up a common debate. A fast is broken when you consume calories that trigger digestion and insulin. Water? No. Black coffee? Usually no. Plain tea? No. Electrolytes without sugar? No. But the moment you add sugar, milk, cream, flavored syrups, 0-calorie, sweet drinks, for some people, they spike cravings. Then yes, you're moving away from a clean fast. Now here's the important beginner truth. You don't need a perfect fast to get results. You need a consistent pattern. If a splash of milk and coffee makes you stick to the plan, fine. Just be honest with yourself about what you're doing. Breaking your fast with a sugar bomb is the fastest way to spike insulin, crash later, increase cravings, overeat at night. So here's the rule. Break your fast with protein plus fiber first. Beginner examples: eggs plus vegetables, chicken, tuna salad, Greek yogurt, plain plus berries plus nuts, tofu mas vegetabilis, cottage cheese plus cucumber plus olive oil. Then after 30-60 minutes, if you still want carbs, add them. Tudis, potatoes, oats, fruit. This keeps your appetite stable instead of turning your day into a hunger roller coaster. You can train while fasting, but keep it smart and sustainable. If you're a beginner, walking, light cycling, zone 2, perfect. Strength training, okay, but keep it reasonable. Daily HIIT plus a calorie deficit while fasting is a common recipe for burnout and cravings. If you train hard every day while fasting, you may raise stress hormones and cravings so high you binge at night. Remember, the goal is fat loss, not suffering. Best beginner setup. Train late morning or early afternoon. Eat your first meal after training. Keep protein high. If you feel shaky during workouts, you're not weak. You probably need electrolytes, a smaller fasting window, or to train after a meal. Let's fix another mistake. People fast, then eat random food, then blame fasting. Inside your eating window, you still need a structure. Here's the simplest plate. Protein, 30-40 g per meal. Fiber, vegetables, legumes, berries, fats, olive oil, nuts, eggs, fish, carbs. Optional. Placed after protein, fiber. You're not fasting to eat randomly. You're fasting to control signals. Mistake 1. Starting too aggressive. Jumping to 18 to 6 or 20 to 4 will make you binge. Mistake 2. Using caffeine as breakfast. Coffee is not food. It's a stimulant. If you rely on it to survive, your appetite later will punish you. Mistake 3. Not replacing electrolytes. If you feel dizzy or headache, fix minerals first. Mistake 4. Breaking fast with sugar. You turn your day into cravings. Mistake 5. Thinking fasting is a cure-all. Fasting is not a license to ignore sleep, stress, and protein. Do this. Start with 12. 12, 14, 10, then 16 to 8. Drink water in the morning. Use electrolytes if you feel weak. Break fast with protein plus fiber. Keep dinner earlier and lighter. Walk daily. Avoid this. Fast aggressively, then binge. Break fast with sugar drinks or pastries. Daily HIIT in a deep calorie deficit. Relying on coffee as survival. Staying up late and then blaming fasting. If you do this, fasting becomes easier. Not because you became tougher, because you followed a better plan. Again, educational only. not medical advice. If you are pregnant or breastfeeding, underweight, have a history of eating disorders, on medications that affect blood sugar, or have medical conditions, do not fast without professional guidance. Fasting is a tool, and not everyone needs this tool. If fasting makes you feel worse, even after adjusting, that is useful feedback. Use a different tool. If you want my 1-4-day beginner fasting plan, written as a simple checklist, comment beginner and I'll drop it. And if you want the next video, I'll cover what to eat in your eating window, fat loss meals that don't spike cravings. Comment meals if you want that. Subscribe if you want practical protocols instead of fake motivation. Now your turn. What's your current fasting window? 12 to 12, 14 to 10, or 16 to 8? Comment it below.